Welcome to the Saturday Update. Nath Gardner with you. Overseas first, in the US, the FBI is investigating after a violent break-in at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's home. Her 82-year-old husband had to be taken to hospital after he was assaulted by a 42-year-old man. San Francisco Police Chief Bill Scott says the man has been charged with attempted homicide and assault with a deadly weapon.
The suspect pulled the hammer away from Ms. Pelosi and violently assaulted him with it. Our officers immediately tackled the suspect. The motive for this attack is still being determined.
Back home, Victorian Chief Health Officer Brett Sutton is warning another COVID wave has started in Victoria. There has been a significant increase in cases and hospitalisations, with authorities now tracking new emerging Omicron subvariants BQ.1 and XBB. Staying in Melbourne, tens of thousands of racegoers are expected at Flemington for Derby Day, marking the start of the Melbourne Cup Carnival. Crowds were banned in 2020 due to the pandemic and severely restricted last year. New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet has toured regional areas to assess flood damage and to speak with victims. The Premier also announcing an $800 million buyback scheme with 7 flood-affected council areas eligible for grants. And the Stroke Foundation is pushing for state and federal governments to invest in a program that supports stroke survivors after they leave hospital. It's been revealed 35% of patients go home without a discharge plan. To sport now, and it's brought to you by Ladbrokes Mates Mode, the better way to chat, share and bet together. T's and C's apply, and remember, gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-858-858. Melbourne's atrocious weather has robbed T20 cricket fans from seeing Australia and England going head-to-head at the MCG. The World Cup match abandoned due to the persistent showers, officials deeming the sodden outfield was unsafe for play. And an NBL thriller between southeast Melbourne and the Perth Wildcats has seen the Phoenix get up 91-90. Winning coach Simon Mitchell says his boys looked tired and were lucky to get away with a 1-point win.
When fatigue kicks in, sometimes the decision-making goes out the window and we put the ball on the floor a little too much. Overall, though, really, anytime you come in here and get a win, you're thrilled.
Meanwhile, New Zealand were too good for Adelaide, 99-70. And for even more sports news, make sure you check out the Sports Update. You'll find it wherever you're listening to this show. To entertainment news now, director Quentin Tarantino says Kanye West's claims that Quentin and Jamie Foxx stole his idea for the 2012 award-winning film Django Unchained are completely false.
The idea that Kanye West came up with the idea of Django, and he told it to me, and I go, hey, wow, that's a really great idea. Let me take Kanye's idea and make Django Unchained out of it. That didn't happen. I'd had the idea for Django for a while before I ever met Kanye.
Thanks to Jimmy Kimmel Live there. And legendary rocker Jerry Lee Lewis has died aged 87. He was best known for his classic Great Balls of Fire.
You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.